welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a chit chat get ready with me, and I'm also going to be answering some of your questions that you guys sent over via Instagram. If you guys are new to my channel, hi, my name is Blanca Yvette and I do post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. For today's video, I'm going to be obviously creating this look. If you guys want to go ahead and get ready with me, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to get right into the makeup. I know a lot of you guys loved the makeup that I was wearing in my last video. Also, sorry if I sound a little stuffy. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully I don't get sick for whatever reason. This weather change, I don't know. I'm just as lost as you guys. So we're going to jump into the shadow first. I'm going to go in there with some concealer. I'm just going to use the Hourglass and apply some on my beauty blender. You're going to be asking me some questions that I'm going to be answering for you guys today. That way we can make sure that we're talking, chatting, getting to know each other more, as if you guys already don't know me enough. I'm going to be sharing some questions with you guys. So the first question that we have is, do you wish you would have gotten married a year or two earlier, or are you glad that you waited? I actually feel like I got married pretty young. I don't think that I waited like super long or anything. But I'm actually glad that I did wait to the time that I waited, just because even when Alexis and I were first dating, we did a lot together. You know, we were traveling, we definitely focused on ourselves a lot, on our growth, and just making sure that we were financially ready to make that step. Obviously we were both still living at home, and that was very important for us to make sure that we were going to be okay and not just kind of throwing ourselves into marriage right away. But I feel like it was the perfect time. I definitely think it's crazy how I went from getting married and saying that I wasn't going to have kids until 5 years later, and I ended up having a baby like a year after. So I think it was like a year after or two, but I'm definitely glad that I waited. So I definitely think there's no time frame for getting married. If you're young and you in love and you want to get married, then do it. But I definitely feel like enjoy life, live, get it all out of your system, and just live your best life, honestly. So for my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be using ColourPop. I'm switching off between the Nude Mood and the Going Coconuts. I'm going to have everything linked down below in case I don't say anything, just because we are going to be talking throughout the video. So if I don't mention it verbally, I will have it linked down below for you guys. Another question, are you getting any more tattoos or piercings? I actually want to finish off my sleeve. I've always wanted a full sleeve, like I had mentioned to you guys. So I do want to get a full sleeve, but I'm trying to wait for obviously the right moment, and obviously we're in quarantine and stuff. Well, we're still, I don't know if tattoo places are open. I don't know, I haven't checked. But since I am still like in my home and stuff, I haven't had the plans or anything to go anytime soon. But I do have a tattoo artist in mind that I want to get a tattoo by, and he is here in the LA area, so I'm super excited. He already knows that I want to get a tattoo with him, so hopefully I can finish off my sleeve. I would love to get like something for Max and Camila on the top of my sleeve. I only want one arm done, so I really want to think really long and hard what I want, because once I'm done with this arm, like, I'm not gonna have any more room for tattoos unless they're like little tattoos, and I definitely don't want to get 2 sleeves done, just because I only saw myself as a one sleeve kind of girl, you know. As far as piercings are endless. I love piercings. I think that piercings are awesome. I love that obviously you can remove them anytime you want, so that's the good thing about it. But I love piercings. My next piercing is probably going to be the girls. So if I do decide to get that, I'll make sure to vlog the moment. What sucks is that the piercing place that I go to, they don't let me record, you know? So it sucks that I can't even like capture any piercings. Like the last ones that I just did on my ear, I wasn't able to get like any footage or anything like that because I don't know, they just have a policy that they don't like to record. So I was like, okay, never mind. So this look is super easy to do, guys. I literally just go in there with browns, the lightest brown to a medium brown, and then I finish it off with like a darker brown. And then we're just gonna go in there and cut the crease and then add a little bit of shimmer in the inner tear duct. So you guys are just going to see how fast and easy. This is like my go-to look, but it's like a look where it's like, okay, you really tried to do your makeup, but you really didn't try that hard. You guys already know. Those are like my favorite looks. The ones that it looks like it took me forever to do my makeup. Like sometimes I get compliments on my makeup when I'm out and about, and then people are like, oh my god, I love your makeup. And I'm like, oh, this whole thing, you know? Just because I know it didn't take me very long to do. Yeah. So once you have like your desired shadow, darkness, all of that, you're going to go in there with a concealer. I'm using the Hourglass. This is a cream based, which I love, so it's not going to be runny or anything like that. I was having such bad luck with the Too Faced concealer, and it was running every single time that I would cut my crease, and then it would create like this line, and then I was like, what is wrong? Why is my cut crease not coming out right? Figured out the concealer was just too oily for my eyelid, so it was just making a mess. So now we use the Hourglass. So you guys are gonna see I'm gonna cut my crease. So we are going to go in there with like a small little blending brush and just blend the cut crease with the shadow so we can get a nice little transition going on. And then I'm just going to pat on with a small little flat brush the color that we used for our lid in the inner tear duct. Next question. Best concealer and setting powder. Sometimes something that won't crack or look chalky. So my favorite concealer has to be the Too Faced Born This Way, as well as the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. As far as setting powder, it would have to be Laura Mercier or the Huda Beauty. It's super bomb as well. I know that Yvette loves the Huda Beauty one. I've only used it a few times, but from the times that I have used it, it's bomb. I actually need to purchase another one, but those are two that are good. Also, the Hourglass one is really bomb. The only thing that with the Hourglass one, sometimes you have to be very careful, because I did notice that with some concealers, they'll give it a little bit of a flashback, but with other ones, it doesn't. So it might be the concealer that's just making it kind of get more of a flashback, if anything. Just mix those two together, okay, guys? Now for the inner tear duct, you can use your finger. I know if you guys have long nails, it might be a little hard, but if you don't have long nails, and you have like pretty short nails like mine, you're gonna have no problems. But you're going to just grab a little bit of some glitter. You can do like a rose gold glitter, you can do like a brown toned glitter. I'm using more of like a rosy color, and we're just going to tap it on the inner tear duct. Just like that. And it's going to bring the whole look together and just make it look super pretty and pigmented. You can also go in there with a blending brush and just kind of swoop off some of that glitter that might have gone over the cut crease, so it can look nice and clean. And then once we do our foundation and everything, you guys are going to see how I'm going to add like white on the outer part to just kind of like bring the whole look together. Okay, next question. Is it hard being a mom and having your own business? It wasn't hard in the beginning, I'll tell you guys that much. In the beginning, when they were both younger, I feel like it was a lot easier just because they would sleep more often. You know, their nap times were the times where I would really take advantage of getting most of my work done. Now, yeah, it's been tough. Like, the kids just want to play, and if it's not, like, it's one thing when it's one, so it's like, you know that you could just deal with one. But when you're dealing with two of them, like one day one will be like your best kid ever, and he or she is having like a blast, and you know, playing by himself or herself and just chilling, and then the other one will be like an emotional wreck. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's definitely a hit and miss. Sometimes they'll both be good, sometimes one will be super bad. So it's been hard, it has, but thank God that I have so much help, you know, and Ulises is here obviously 24/7, so most of the time if I'm filming like right now or anything like that, he'll take the kids. Camila's actually napping right now, but he'll take the kids and take them to the playroom while I film a video. And then obviously while I'm editing, I do have my assistant who helps me edit, and she takes care of like the hard work and stuff as far as submitting things. But you manage, you learn to balance your life, but it's not the easiest for sure. Especially when you feel like you're working, and even if you're working from home, sometimes I feel like I'm not spending enough time with the kids, or I'm not, you know, spending like all the valuable time that I should be spending with them because I am busy doing stuff. So I feel like that's the hard part. I mean, I do see them 24/7, but just because I see them doesn't mean that I'm like 100% like all attention on them, you know? But it'll be worth it. It's for them. You know that all the hard work is to make sure that they're taken care of. Okay, next question. How have you adjusted living away from family? I'm actually very surprised how well I've done. Let me get a napkin. I actually feel like I'm very surprised at how well I have adjusted being away from my family and stuff. I definitely thought that it was going to be way worse. I thought that I was going to be crying myself to sleep every day and regretting life. Just because if you guys are familiar with my story times, I told you guys that the very first time when I moved away, I actually got anxiety and a panic attack for the first time, and I got really sick and I didn't want to eat. I lost so much weight. I was super homesick. But this second time around, not that I don't miss my family because I miss them every single day, but I think now that maybe it's because I have my own family, like my kids and my husband. They definitely fill that, I guess, empty space that I have here. And on top of that, I speak to my family on a daily basis. Like, I talk to my sisters every day. I text my brothers every day. I don't like FaceTime my brothers like I FaceTime my sisters, but I do talk to them, you know, on a regular basis. And my dad is always checking up on me. My sister-in-laws are always checking up on me. Like, they're always calling and just making sure that I'm okay. And I love that they also know that I'm super busy, but you know, they still make the effort to reach out to make sure that we're fine. And they also have visited these past couple of months. They've been visiting more often, so that's been kind of nice. So I feel like that's also been very helpful. But I just can't wait for things to slowly start getting back to how things were before, like a little normal. And then maybe we can, you know, see each other more often. But so far it's been good. I can't complain. I'm happy with the decision that we made to move out here. And even though we're away from our family, we still keep very close contact with everybody. Have you had any family members hate on your success? If so, how did you handle it? I haven't had family members like hate on my success, but I will tell you that I have gotten into it with a lot of my family members over them saying stupid remarks and telling me like, oh, you're too good now, or ay, antes hablas, and like stuff like that, or oh, mira, ya llegó Evettexo. Like, if you know me and you know me personally, I freaking hate when people tell me stuff like that. Like, I literally hate when people tell me that, like I think I'm better, or Like, and even if it's, I know that they're joking, like I know that they're kidding and they're trying to like make a joke or be like, oh yeah, you go Evettexo, like blah 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 blah, you know, like you guys know how family is, especially like our families. Like I know that they're jokesters and they want to like say what they say, but I'm very confrontational. Like I will tell you sometimes, like I'm very confrontational, but I also am not very good with confrontation. I guess it just depends on what the topic is. But whenever it comes to if my feelings are hurt or anything like that, like I will let them know. And I feel like I've gotten into it with a few of my family members where I'll tell them like, dude, like you need to stop because that's making me feel uncomfortable. You know, like don't do that. Like you already know that I'm still me and you know, it is what it is. But that's probably like the only thing that I've ever gotten into. But as far as like family members hating or anything, or them being like, I don't know, like jealous or like talking smack about me or anything like that, thank God I haven't gotten to that point where people just say things like that. But your family, you know, they're your biggest supporters, but they can also like be your biggest like, I don't know, people that piss you off the most. So I feel like I remember when I was back home and stuff, like it was always a freaking remark about something. Or there's those family members who just don't get it, like that, you know, I'm busy, or like, oh, I can't text back immediately because I'm doing something, and then they get super butthurt or whatever, and they think that that's me thinking that I'm too good for them. But in reality, it's just like I work 24/7, you know. That's like the only thing that I probably miss guys from, like a 9 to 5, like you clock in and you clock out, and then once you're home, you know. Like you don't bring, I would never bring like the stress of like, oh my god, nobody opened up a bank account today. When I used to work at the bank, like I was not at home thinking like, oh my god, I wonder if tomorrow I'm gonna have a better day at work, you know. Like I would just kind of work and that was it. And with what I do on social media, I work 24/7. Like it's day and night, it's never ending. If it's not one thing, it's another. And that's like the only thing. And also socializing. I've told you guys this before. I freaking miss just talking to people, like real people, like one-on-one. You know, like even though I'm talking to you guys and I'm messaging you guys on social media and being active, there's nothing like human contact, you know. Like just literally having coworkers and going to work and talking to people and my friends in the break room. You guys remember on my Snapchat like how I used to always fuck around with like my coworkers, and we were always like having a good time and just chilling. And now it's a little bit different because I'm at home, you know, 24/7. And I need to go. I need to stop isolating myself, guys. I'm gonna go freaking crazy. I'm gonna start thinking that this is normal, like me just being home all day, you know. But those are like the only things that I feel like have really, really changed that I low-key miss. I tell my sister all the time, you know, when she tells me about her job, I'm like, I'm so jealous that you like go to work and, you know, you talk to people and stuff. But then I also think about how blessed I am, and I wouldn't change my life for anything in the world. I love that I could be at home with my babies, watching them grow, because trust me, not everybody has that privilege to be able to do that. Like I couldn't imagine having Max and Camila and me working a 9 to 5 where I only saw them, you know, after, and not seeing them grow and stuff. So I know how hard that is. Like I give props to the women who are out there literally hustling and, you know, trying to provide for their family and not really spending as much time with their kids as they wish they could. Because I know it's hard, and I honestly couldn't imagine like leaving my house for 8 hours a day, you know, 40 days a week, and not seeing my babies. There's times when like I leave to the freaking grocery store sometimes, and I come back and then Ulises will be like, oh my god, Camila, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. I was like, really, Camila, you decided to freaking say hi when I was gone? You know, like those things are the things that you miss sometimes because you're not there. And that, guys, is how you get a snatched nose. I'm also going to show you guys now how I how I brightened up this little eye area. You guys are going to see, I'm going to grab like a little tiny brush just like this and remove some of this contour here on top. And then I'm going to grab the lightest shade in your palette. If it's a nude palette, the lightest white shade. You're going to grab like a little tiny brush, and then you're going to add this to the inner tear duct, but you're going to kind of place it like that on both sides. And then you're going to take off the product from your brush and feather it up and then into the bottom, just like that. This is really going to brighten up that little area. Just like that. And if you go up a little too high, just like I did there, you guys can grab the same blending brush that you guys were using and just kind of smoke out that little piece there so everything can blend in very softly. See? So pretty. So at this point, guys, you guys can add eyeliner of your choice, or you can just pop on some eyelashes. I'm just going to pop lashes on just because I love how my makeup looks without the liner right now. And then I'm going to go in there with Glamify Me lashes, and these are in the name Bold. Glamify Me has bomb eyelashes, guys. I will have their website linked down below for you guys, so you guys can check them out. They have a variety of selection, and it's actually owned by my good friend, so definitely show some love and support. I'm gonna just cut them to my size. Every time I have lashes, I always have to cut them. I kind of have an idea of what it's gonna look like. I usually don't even measure them anymore because I already have an idea of kind of how big my eye is, but I always have to cut my lashes. Like, it never fails. And mind you guys, I have big eyes. Like, I feel like I have pretty, like, frog looking eyes. Like, you know, big eyeballs. So we're gonna just pop these lashes. Okay. So we just popped on the eyelashes. It's crazy how much just eyelashes bring a whole freaking look together. Like, I went from 0 to 100 real quick. Okay, so I'm going to dust off my nose area and add some highlight. My go-to by OFRA. I'm gonna add this on the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and my cheekbones. So to finish off the eyes, just so we can go straight to lips, I'm going to just go to one of my blending brushes that I already used. Grab the medium shade that I used for my eyeshadow, and oh, this doesn't have a mirror. And apply it right under my waterline. Just like that, and just smoke it out. I didn't even tell you guys, yesterday there's a freaking coyote in my front yard. I was gonna tweet and let you guys know that there was a coyote in my front yard. But I was kind of in shock that I saw a coyote, and it looked like a dog, and I was so scared because obviously, like, we walk with the kids and stuff, you know, occasionally, and we take Louie, and I know that coyotes are, like, they attack animals, you know, so I didn't want Louie to look like a little marshmallow and attract this freaking coyote, but it scared me to know that it was just roaming around on broad daylight. I thought the coyotes only came out at night, and they don't. They come out in the day as well. And I think that our neighbor had said that they had called animal control, but because this is their home, coyotes, like, they can't really do anything about it. And they said that unfortunately they can't just come and, like, grab a coyote because, you know, it's wildlife. Like, it's not like it's just like a dog roaming around. So yeah, guys, I have coyotes as neighbors in case you guys wanted an update on my life. So now I'm gonna share with you guys my lip combo. I was getting so many questions about my lip combo, and I'm gonna share with you guys. So for the lip combo, a lot of you guys were asking me what my lip combo is, and I'm going to go in with the KKW lip liner in Nude 2. And then I'm going to finish up with Palais from Stilla. So this is what I have been wearing. It's my darker nude lip. It's more of like a brownie tone. So usually you guys already know that I like the very soft nudes. But this one is the one that I was wearing in that video, and I was getting so many compliments. So I'm glad you guys loved it. So I'm going to go in there. I keep thinking there's a freaking mirror in there. I'm going to go in there and just line my lips. So I do line all of my lip. And I just kind of like blend it together so it can go down without obviously having to use too much product. And then I just fill in like the empty spaces with my Stilla lipstick. That's what the lipstick looks like. I'm gonna go in there and just add some setting spray. This one's my favorite. I love that it's such a light mist, and it's by Fenty Beauty. And there we go. So I'm gonna just fix my hair and I'll be right back. Okay guys, and this is what the finished look looks like. I had an amazing time chatting with you guys. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button if you guys have not joined the family, so you guys can see more videos from me, as well as giving this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. But until next time guys, I will see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.